Manchester United are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Barcelona are on the verge of becoming La Liga champions yet again. Mauricio Pochettino wants Eriksen to stay. We've got a roundup of all the day's transfer rumours and, of course, this week's great debate. That and more coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host, Matt Froelich. You are the Onefootballers, and this is the Daily News. But before we get into today's Daily News, just a quick reminder that the Onefootball app has launched something amazing. Together with 11 sports, customers in the UK and Ireland can now watch selected La Liga matches on your phone from just £2.99. Basically, you just go to the relevant match page, click buy now, and you'll be charged through your iTunes or Play Store information. That's pretty much it. You can just watch the football from your phone. But with that being said, let's get straight back into the Daily News. First up at 2 tonight's Manchester derby, which is one of the most important in recent history, but not for the reason that you'd think. A few years ago, it would have been between United and City, both fighting for the title. However, now, Manchester United find themselves in a bit of a predicament. Should they win tonight against Manchester City, it'll practically hand the massive advantage to Liverpool in the title race, their arch rivals. And should they lose to Manchester City, well, it'll then give their arch enemies, Man City, the lead in the title race. So what can they do? On one hand, you're going to give it to one enemy, and on the other, you're going to help the other one. Or do Manchester United just go out, try to win, because that's what they're paid to do? This is what I just can't understand. There's so much talk on social media about it, where they're going to throw the game, who they're preferring, who the players are actually friends with. But at the end of the day, they're going to go out there and act professionally, so you'd hope. There wasn't so much of it on Sunday, and now Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has called on his players to show a big reaction after their 4-0 mauling at the hands of Everton. Manchester United fans, I want to hear from you guys though. Do you think the players will go out and do the job like I think they should? Or would you rather Liverpool or Manchester City go on to win the title? I guess it's the lesser of two evils. But moving on to some La Liga action, and tonight Barcelona could be crowned champions of La Liga for the 26th time. It all depends on the game between Atletico Madrid, currently in second place, and Valencia. Now, last night Barcelona managed to win 2-0 against Alaves with goals from Carlos Alenya and Luis Suarez, which put them in a fantastic position to yet again pick up the trophy. Now, there are a few stipulations to just how they can win it, but in the end, they're pretty much going to win the title. First off, if Atletico lose tonight, Barcelona are champions. If they draw tonight and draw at the weekend, Barcelona are champions. And if they win tonight but draw at the weekend, then Barcelona are still champions. It pretty much only points in one direction, and that is the fact that Barcelona are currently dominating La Liga. Of course, Real Madrid didn't have the best season both on and off the pitch, but they'll be expected to come back stronger next season. And as well as that, Atletico Madrid, well, they've kind of been there in second, putting a bit of pressure on, but never really threatened Barcelona's hold at the top. So my question is, who on earth is going to step up in La Liga and challenge the top three, or will they just continue to dominate for the next few years? It's been a very, very long time since Rafa Benitez won back-to-back titles with Valencia in the early 2000s. And next up to last night's Premier League action, where despite Shane Long scoring the fastest goal in Premier League history in just over 7 seconds, the talk was about the Champions League yet again, because Tottenham have strengthened their grip on a place in the top 4. They managed to beat a resolute Brighton side 1-0 with a fantastic winner from Christian Eriksen in the 89th minute. Now, some of people are saying this is kind of lucky. However, when Brighton bring absolutely nothing to the game, what do they expect when a goal late on nicks it for the opposition? Surely they've got to try and give more than that. Look at what Burnley did on Monday night against Chelsea. They went there, they put themselves about, they managed to grab 2 goals, and in the end, when Chelsea scored to equalise, well, Burnley still came away with a point. This has got to be the way forward, and maybe if Brighton had done it earlier in the season, they wouldn't find themselves so close to the relegation places. Elsewhere though, the other talking point of the evening was the goalscorer Christian Eriksen, and the fact that Mauricio Pochettino wants him to stay. The manager has said that Eriksen is open to discussing a new deal, however, he wants to wait until the summer. Now, this is a tricky situation for Pochettino and Spurs to handle. Eriksen's contract runs out next summer, which means they'll have to sell him this summer to avoid losing him on a complete free next season. Reports are that he could be moving to Real Madrid for around 100 million, and surely if they do actually offer that money, Tottenham will be snapping their hand off and take that kind of money. I know Eriksen is a fantastic player, and he's the only player in the Premier League to register more than 10 assists in the last 4 Premier League seasons. However, when that kind of crazy money comes knocking about, especially when you're in a bit of debt from building a £1 billion new new stadium, well, I think they're more than likely to take it. And next up to a roundup of the day's transfer news, where reportedly Leroy Sane is considering leaving Manchester City over the fact that his contract talks have stalled. Liverpool somehow want 40 million for Marco Grujic, the guy that they continuously send on loan and obviously don't rate enough for the first team. Elsewhere, in Stoke want 30 million for their England international goalkeeper Jack Butland. And lastly, Renato Sanchez has admitted that he wants to leave Bayern Munich in the summer. So lastly but not least, we come to this week's great debate. For those of you guys who have been around here before, you know that every single Wednesday, we being the Onefootball newsroom, post a question to you guys. Now, of course, you can see their answers and mine in the app by clicking on the relevant article today. However, in the comment section down below, we want to know who is the greatest teenager in world football. Now, for those of you asking very quickly, Kylian Mbappe has turned 20 years old, so this rules him out of the running. But for me, it was a close one between Jadon Sancho, who's had a fantastic season, and Matthijs de Ligt. However, I think de Ligt just takes it. He was named European Golden Boy for a reason. He headed his club into the semi-finals of the Champions League, and he's captain of Ajax at the moment. There's no doubt that a big money move will be on the card to him in the summer, probably to Barcelona, but he's just an all-round, unbelievably talented defender. So, for me, the greatest teenager in world football at the moment is Matthijs de Ligt. Of course, let me know your thoughts on that and everything else down in the comment section below. Whilst you're at it, you can also smash the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos that we've got going on Onefootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later.